Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I think it's going to be a double upload day because we've had a massive piece of news that has come in and I think that it deserves its own video without question. And then later on, round up a little bit more of the news that is happening today and I'll get into that tonight. So make sure you guys are here for video number 2 and we'll get into all of that later on. But we're going to address this video, and this is to do with the news that has just come out in regards to Romeo Lavia. Let's get into it. Let me show you and then we will dive in. Midfielder Romeo Lavia will miss the remainder of the 23-24 season. Read the full statement below. Now, the statement I can read, it's fairly short, but Chelsea Football Club has today released the following statement regarding Romeo Lavia. Midfielder Romeo Lavia is to unfortunately miss the remainder of our 23-24 campaign following a setback in his recovery. Recent medical assessments have confirmed that Lavia, who sustained a significant thigh injury against Crystal Palace back in December, will not feature again this season. End quote. There needs to be we need to have a conversation here, man. Like a big conversation. This is where things need to be addressed properly. This is turned into an absolute shambles. The question that we have to ask, what in the blue hell is going on at Cobham? What's going on at Cobham? This is not normal. I appreciate that injuries as a whole in the world of football have increased. We've seen many players that are starting to just fall like flies. ACLs, MCLs, all sorts of injuries, Achilles, hamstrings, thighs, groins, everything's getting pulled left, right and centre. I appreciate that. And we have to ask why as well, in terms of maybe modern training methodology, modern sports science, modern recovery methods. All of that, I don't know. Things been shifted to the point where we maybe are wrapping players up in cotton wool too much. Are we restricting them for what their bodies can actually achieve? Or are they being overworked? Are they being overrun? Are they being overtrained? There's so many questions we can ask. But at Cobham, something even more sinister is going on here. There's something deep that's going on at Cobham. What is going on? What's going on? It's no surprise. It's no coincidence is the correct word. In fact, it is a surprise. It's a surprise at how with Cobham, specifically, the amount of recovery setbacks that we've had is criminal. Criminal. How many players have been on the brink of making recovery and then boom, setback? I don't understand. And it's gotten worse. We have to call a buck here. We had this sort of problem before. You remember the players that were getting injured? Pulisic was getting injured. Kante couldn't stop until he got surgery. Like, all sorts. I mean, Reece James has been someone that we've seen previous and now he's got surgery. Chilwell. We've had players that have got injured and they've been out for a while. But the amount of players that have come back into the fold and then boom, setback. Or they're in the midst of their recovery, they're in the midst of their rehabilitation, and then boom, setback. Lavia has played 32 minutes for Chelsea Football Club since he signed. 32 minutes. He's missed how many games? We paid, what was it, 50 mil, 60 mil for him? Somewhere around there. I have to be honest, so far, what we beat Liverpool for, we're not exactly the ones having the last laugh, are we? They've got Endo and they're laughing more than us. It's just this bonkers. There's a lot of hindsight here as well, because we have to be honest, me personally as well, I saw Lavia coming and I was excited. I was like, yes, DM. And we also have to acknowledge, at Southampton, he wasn't injury prone. He wasn't. But now I'm starting to think that he is injury prone. Have we made him injury prone? What have we done? Because at his age, and to have come into the setup and to get injured and then boom, get injured again and then boom, come back, play 32 minutes, then boom, get injured again. and have a setback, now he's out for the season, I'm sorry, it's not normal. It's not normal. So as much as we were excited when we saw Lavia get signed, much like we were excited, I think, for many of the signings that came in, Caicedo, Enzo, all these guys, they were big money signings. We beat Liverpool to a couple of them. We were like, we were gassed. We were gassed, right? I think we were definitely hit with very unhealthy amounts of dopamine. I think that was it. And that's something that we have to pay attention to. But this is an investigation that needs to take place now. And I'm sorry, this is exclusive to Chelsea. Injuries are happening elsewhere, but this volume and this amount and these amount of setbacks is exclusive to Chelsea. What is going on at Cobham? Is it Poch overtraining? Is it the medical staff that don't know what they're doing? Is it the rehabilitation that's too forced, too quick, too sudden? Are we rushing players back? Are we wrapping players up in cotton wool? Are we being too careful with them? You could ask so many questions on a medical front, on a coach front, and on a player front. Is the infrastructure at Cobham wrong? Is something wrong with the pitch? What's the problem? There's a problem here. What's the problem? Or this is also crazy, but if this is the case, then we're screwed. Every single thing I've just mentioned is wrong. Now, if every single thing I've just mentioned is wrong, shut the football club. Let's just call it a day, because we don't know how to operate. We have to be honest here. What's going on? Because like I've said, the frequency compared to other clubs is not normal. Other clubs have problems. Other clubs have injuries. And they might be the reason for why that's the case over there might be maybe 1 or 2 points that I've mentioned. But we've got to ask, the frequency happening at Cobham and at Chelsea is crazy. So I can't rule out the possibility that maybe we're wrapping players up in cotton wool. Maybe we are overtraining them because of Poch. Maybe we've got coaches that are running drills that are too much. Maybe we've got a medical department that don't know what they're doing. Maybe the rehab is too quick, or the rehab isn't being done correctly. Maybe it's all of them. And if that's the case, then we're wrapped. We're wrapped. We're screwed. So what's going on? This is what needs to be asked. What is going on at the football club? This is crazy. We also have to pay attention to one thing here. Yeah? Pay attention to one thing. Let me show you, actually. Let me show you. This is a very good observation. Check this out. CFC Daily's put, to quote, Nkunku will be out for 3 to 4 weeks, according to Poch, as a hope. February 27th, that was posted. February 27th, right? What's the date now? It's March 27th. It's been a month, right? 4 weeks today, Pochettino said this regarding Nkunku. Are we going to see Nkunku back? I wouldn't be surprised if Nkunku is out for the season as well. I wouldn't be surprised. Where's Ugochukwu gone? Where's all these players? Where have they got? What's happening? What is going on? It's a disgrace. This is a disgrace. This injury record that we have and the way things are being done is criminal. Let me show you something that Darko's put up, just to illustrate the point that I mentioned earlier. Check this out from Southampton. So the minutes played in the 22-23 season out of the under-20 players that were coming out at that time, Romeo Lavia, by a mile, at Southampton, played the most. He was fit, he was playing. All of a sudden, at Chelsea, 32 minutes. He's gone from 2,231 minutes to 32 minutes. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I also want to cement this. This is something that I've not mentioned, but this is also something that I think is important. This is CFC PYS, basically, on his private account, saying there needs to be a serious investigation into the medical department. Would not be surprised if players are using their own staff privately too, which isn't helping. The amount of setbacks due to rehabilitation programs or coming back too early is scandalous. That's a point that I wanted to clarify. Players are using their own private teams too. Why? It's no secret that Reece James has had his own team to dictate whether he was going to have surgery or not. We know this. Why are players having to feel like they've got to go private when all the infrastructure should be in place at Chelsea? We should have the best of the best. We should have everything covered. Why are players going private? And that only causes even more confusion and even more of a possible setback, because now you've got possibly different opinions. Differing opinions on a medical level in terms of what the player should do. It's an absolute mess. It's an absolute mess. I don't know what to pinpoint it to. I really don't know what to pinpoint it to. God knows. But this needs to be investigated now. There needs to be an internal Cobham investigation. What in the blue hell's going on? What is going on? Lavia's out for the season, and I feel like he's not going to be the only one. Like I said, let's keep eyes on Nkunku, and let's see exactly what's going to happen on that front. And some of the other players that will maybe fall like flies, or players that won't come back, or I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. Also, one thing to ask here, Lavia's got a thigh injury, apparently, right? And he's had a setback. How bad is this thigh injury? How bad is this? To be out for the season, what have you done to the thigh? Is the thigh completely ripped off the bone? What's happened? We've not really been given any indication here. So this is so much smoke and mirrors. It's just really, really hard to be able to pinpoint what's the issue. But there has to be big problems internally at Cobham, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. The frequency of this is stupid. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think it is? We won't know. You can only put your opinion. None of us truly know, unless if you are on the inside or you know someone that is on the inside and what's really happening. But let me know your opinions and your theories and your thoughts down in the comment section below. Much appreciated. And I will catch all of you later on for video number 2, where we will get into the day's events and the news and what's happened. And maybe we'll get an update on this by later. Who knows? So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Much appreciated. Check out the socials in the description and on screen. And I will catch all of you later on tonight. I'll see you then. Have a good one, people. See you later. Take care and peace.